Hi there, YouTube. It's Chad again, and right now I'm reviewing a Bible. This is the burgundy colored Capri grain, which I don't even think they make or offer anymore, in regular print, regular size print. Thompson Chain Reference Bible, KJV, red letter edition by Kirkbride Publishing. And I must say, the grain on this thing is beautiful. Spectacular. Feels wonderful in the hand. Just to sit and rub it, you know there's quality put in this. Has that nice little bit of gold on the leather cover. A little decorative there. And of course also it is gold gilt around the edges. And I'm not going to roll this like I would my local church Bible, and that's because it's not leather lined. That's cardstock, and that means that it's not the cover that's attached to the text block here. It's the text block that's attached to the cover, and that means it will wear out within I'd say probably 10-15 years, something like that. But yeah, I'm pretty hard on Bibles. This is brand new. How did I get it brand new if they don't make them? Found them on sale. These are right around or just over $100. Usually between, I guess, about $100 and $110. And in 2007, I found these on sale for $35 at christianbook.com. Told a friend of mine, she bought me one, and then I liked it so much I turned around, I bought two for myself. And I will say, this is just spectacular. The quality and the way it works is this: you have the two columns of text of the scripture. Then over here in the margins you have basically topical, whatever's in the verse here, it shows the topics covered in that verse. Sometimes there is a forward, it'll show a parallel passage. Some places, like right here for life, it has a forward reference, because I'm in Job 27, and if I go down here to life, it'll reference me forward to Psalm 104, verse 30. And yeah, this is just spectacular. The way that this was designed. It was originally designed by a Methodist minister, Dr. Thompson, which that's why his name is on the Bible. And I gotta say, this is the #1 study Bible. If you're looking for a study Bible to get into the scripture and read the scripture, this is the Bible you want. Excellent Bible. Anyway, you find the topic. It'll tell you what the topics in the verse are, but then it'll also have a little number, and that little number tells you where to go in the very back of the Bible. And once you go there in the back of the Bible, it'll give you a whole bunch more scriptures for that same topic. Sometimes it gives you the entire scripture, like the entire verse. Sometimes it'll just cite the verse and you got to look it up for yourself, which is fine. That's nice. As far as mass-produced Bibles go, this is the highest quality I've seen. Really, I mean, you don't get much better quality than this as far as a mass-produced Bible goes. It's very popular. It's been around for over 100 years. First published, I think it was in 1908, 1909. And still in print after all these years. Hasn't really changed that much. One of the cool things about it, and there's some of my notes, one of the really cool things about it, if I can get it to open, is the fact, oh, maybe I did not go far enough. Yeah, it has all these different studies in there. The scenes in the life of Peter's ministry, scenes in the life and ministry of Peter. But then there's also a archaeological supplement where it has all kinds of really cool articles. Like here's one on Capernaum, here's one on Cana of Galilee, Carchemish. There's a really great one in here on Rome, and of course it does have black and white pictures in here, so you can really do some research. And it's got all kinds of really interesting stuff you're going to be able to look up and find. Like I said, this is my new one, and I went ahead and I added some extra ribbon markers to it because it originally came with this nice wide silk ribbon. I went and I bought some polyester ribbon, and I put 5 more ribbons on there: green, black, and 2 orange, and a burgundy. And they're the standard ribbons like you get in others. And all I did there was I put a drop of super glue on them, stuck them down in the spine, pushed them up against the spine until the glue dried, and then I had to find a way to get my finger out of there because I had glued my finger to the spine. Yeah, genius moment, Chad. Genius. But yeah, this is the burgundy. And this is the new one. This is the one I'm just starting to go through. The reason I'm going through it is because this one, which is my first one, the original one I got, I'll show you the grain on this one too. I had used this, I'd say probably 4 or 5 years, because I have other Bibles I also use. But this was my standard go to church, carry with me to every Bible study I go to Bible. Never let me down. A wonderful Bible. And I just started noticing that the spine is getting a little worn. If I carry it like this, it always kind of edges up like that. And you can see it gets wore out. I mean, you will wear this out. Because originally the spine was tubular and now it just collapses. But yeah, these are, for being mass produced, these are real high quality. And the only problem I've seen in this one is when you open it, because the way I mentioned before with the binding is right here at the table of contents, is I'm starting to get some separation, and you can see down, you can see the mesh that is actually used to glue the block to the leather cover itself. And yeah, right there I had the corner started to come up a little bit, so I had to cut that off. But I mean, this thing, I am hard. I'll tell you right now, I am hard on my Bibles. I mean, I run them through the ringer. I do a lot of studying, a lot of reading in my Bibles. I'm handling them a lot. I carry a Bible with me everywhere I go. When I leave the house or my apartment, I have a Bible in my hand, in my pocket, or in my backpack. And that's just how I am. But I will show you, this thing is, it's pretty limp, I'd say. If you can do that, that's pretty limp. And that it's been like that since about probably a year after I got it. And I'll even show you with the new one, because there you see it's, you know, they're both, this one's open to Jeremiah, this one's open to Ezekiel. But I'll even show you on this one. That's pretty limp. This is brand new. This is a brand new one. I've only read up to Deuteronomy, I think. Numbers or Deuteronomy. So, yeah. But the Thompson Chain Reference Bible by Kirkbride, if you don't have one, highly recommend getting one. Get them in the Levant grain leather. Get them in the Curvella, which will be cheaper. It's polyurethane, the Curvella, and it'll last you a lot longer than bonded leather. I don't recommend the soft cover because you will wear it out. That's only going to be glued. And and I'm not sure about the hardcover, but I know the bonded leather. If you get bonded leather, it's basically leather fibers that have been glued together. So over time they wear out, they turn to powder, they break down, and bonded leather is really junk. It's dirt cheap for the publisher, and really hardcover is much more durable than bonded leather. So get the Levant grain genuine leather, get the Curvella. Try to just stay away from the bonded, because you will have it wore out in no time flat. This was my daily study Bible, really. And tell you what, if I could only have one Bible, just one, the Thompson chain would be it. If I was going to have one Bible for the rest of my life, Thompson Chain Reference Bible would probably be it. Of course, I can always get commentaries on the side. And that's the one thing. There's no commentaries in this, but that's not a big deal. Because really, when you buy a reference Bible, you're not buying it for commentary. So, yeah. Highly recommend it. And now the sun is coming out and completely destroying my light. Man, you can really see that grain though. Any questions or comments, leave them at the bottom, and I'll do what I can to answer. I think that's just about it for me, for now. I don't know, the one thing I did mention, I think, was that Thompson was an amillennialist. He was a Methodist minister, so that is reflected in one note, not one note, but one place in the chain references, where he calls the Antichrist Christ the Victor. But that's because the amillennialists just like to spiritualize everything, and they, I mean, it's a different viewpoint. It's a non-essential to salvation, thankfully. So I'm not going to get too hung up on it. And here it is, it's in Revelation 6:2. Christ Victor. So, the ghosting on this is not bad at all. In fact, it doesn't really bother me one bit. Highly recommend this. This is, if you're only going to get one study Bible, get the Thompson chain. It doesn't have a lot as far as it doesn't have any study notes, so it's going to take a lot of studying if you're going to learn. But I figure if you get this and a cheap one-volume commentary, you're set. You're good. So this is Chad. God bless everyone. We'll be seeing you around the way.